Hey guys, I'm right on time. Oh my gosh, this light is awful. I'll try to fix that. I'm texting my sister Holly, the moderator. I was trying to get it on my phone, but that wasn't working. So, still working on this. Let me try to get in a better lighting position. I'm in a different room right now. So, might go a tad longer. Oh my gosh, this is all just horrific. Maybe I'll flip myself around. So, okay, just a second. Okay, I'm gonna flip this desk around. I have my matcha tea on here. I have it still. Okay. I'm gonna turn it more. Oh no, that'll go into the light. Hey, this is me. I should have been figuring this out before, but my 4-year-old did not have the same plan as me. Okay. Is that just gonna have to be what it is? It might. Guys, that is awful. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Oh, there's 5 people on. Hey guys. Um, while I'm doing this, so you don't have to just watch me go all around, I'll try to get the lighting better. If not, whatever. It is what it is. I was thinking about a format for these lives. I work a lot better with routine, and I'm sure many of you do. I was thinking it would be fun to do a what are you sipping and what are you reading section at the beginning as kind of an icebreaker before I say, like, just ask away your questions. So if you want to in the chat, then just, oh, hi, Alea, it's my cousin. That's awesome. Just throw in the chat if you've got a tea or another beverage, like, what are you sipping? Tell us. And tell us what you're currently reading. Obviously, you're probably not reading while you're watching this during this time of your life. So I'll tell you really quick what I'm sipping. This has been my favorite midday pick-me-up. It's an iced matcha latte, and I put rose petals on top, and it just, they say rose is the highest vibration plant there is, and around this time I could really use that. So that's what I'm sipping. And then what I'm reading, ooh, blackberry bubbly. I like blackberry bubbly. That's very good. That's our go-to, like if we're traveling, that's our go-to gas station drink. I'm reading Outlander, the first book. My mother-in-law actually gave it to me a few years ago, and I was in the middle of school and not reading much of anything. So I'm finally sitting down and getting to my books. So I've been loving this. I read it pretty much every single day. And then the design one that I'm reading, I pretty much always have a design book that I'm going with. I mean, with a project like this, I just need to be constantly learning. I'm reading Establishing Home by Jean Stoffer. And honestly, I don't know how I found it, but I'm so glad I did. It's so far, I'm not super far into it. I'm 40 pages in, but it was she started off as a young woman, and, as most of us do, and she was just needing to make some money and started doing design on the side, and then it ended up blooming into this awesome business. And so she talks about all these different aspects of it, and I identify so much with that story because I started doing design and organization as a way to make a little bit of extra money, and it started blossoming, and I bought this house, and it's my biggest project yet. So let me see. I'm probably just gonna have to switch rooms, guys. So sorry, this is gonna be informal, and I think if it works, I'll go an extra 10 minutes so you guys can get your money's worth, but this lighting is just absolutely horrific, and my laptop has decided that it's about to die and I don't have electricity in this room. Okay, so Holly is sipping peppermint tea and reading The Wizard Air by Cinda Chima. It's young adult fiction. That sounds really good. Ooh, Live the Life You Want is drinking iced tea, not reading anything right now. That is okay. You're watching a good YouTube channel. I hadn't really had iced tea. I grew up in Texas. I had iced tea for the first time in Ohio, and I loved it. It was so good. Alea, my cousin, is reading Foundation and Empire and Essentialism and drinking a grapefruit fizzy water. Oh, okay. Oh, it's Sis. Hi, Sis. Okay, awesome. Let me call my husband really super quick. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. Let me call Connor in so he can help me make this switch really quick, and we'll get back at it. Okay, throw in some questions. Okay, guys. I'm such a professional. Okay, let me bring you to our chaos. I'd hope to spare you from this, but it is what it is. Okay, so we were in what will be my office, and I'm gonna go through the homeschool room, and we're gonna go into the dining room, which is kind of our catch-all room right now. Okay, what are the contractors working on this week? Is what Taylor said. So, Taylor, the contractors have been working on electric, and that is why we're being able to expose our floors right now, because we are actually getting into, we're doing floor outlets for the most part. Turns out it's much less labor for our home, at least, because we do have a basement and our walls are plaster. Sorry, I'm going to be plugging in. So getting into the plaster and then about 15 inches of brick after the plaster for wall outlets would just be insane. We could have put them in the trim, but you've seen my tour. There's no way I'm messing with that trim. Let me plug this in. People say they want YouTubers to be authentic, so here you go. You get authenticity. Okay, we're plugged in. The lighting's a little better. Hopefully you're not all blinded. So right now I'm in this dining room and we just got our dresser down so we can stop living out of suitcases. And we've got mattresses and beds because what we're having to do is clear out. Sorry guys, I am just like, we don't have lights in these rooms, so I have to leave all these huge windows open, which is a great problem to have, but I'm just white. So we're needing to clear out those rooms so we can rip up the carpet and the floors are exposed for outlets. So anything that was stored in there is needing to be stored in other rooms. Scotty T, I'm reading Lincoln's Boys about Lincoln's two private secretaries who helped shape the historical perceptions of him. Ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds right up my alley too. And Wendy Calkins said, I'm sorry, you probably don't want me to read your last names. That's just what pulls up. I'll say Wendy. Are your ceilings intact? We have ceiling tiles. They are not horrible, but it's a project down the road to do. I feel that. Our ceilings are intact. That's a layered question. The bathroom does have a drop ceiling, so we're going to be taking that out and find out what's under there. And our plaster ceilings are okay. They're pretty good. But for example, in the top floor, there was a roof leak back years ago, and some of the stuff got fixed, but not all of it. And so we will be needing to do a lot of, honestly, we're just going to have to take down a lot of the plaster in the upstairs ceilings, and we're going to go ahead and do drywall. And there's reasons for that I'll go into in another video why I'm not doing plaster on my ceilings. But for the most part, I can show you a funny bit in the homeschool room where my husband stepped through our ceiling, and then there's a spot right above me. Let me see if I can show it. Right there, do you see that? That's while they were working on some of the electric, they drilled too far, so it happens. Okay, yeah, Holly just sent a link to my newsletter. It's free, and I only send it out monthly, so it's not overwhelming, and you can hear about what's going on the farm. And if you're local, then you'll be able to hear when our farm stand is up and when we have things like vintage movies on the lawn and the pumpkin patch, that kind of thing. What Deborah said, what floors? Hey, Mom. Well, you have upstairs. Do you have original wood floors there too? Okay, Mom's itching for this. Okay, so show and tell time. I will show you our floors. So we exposed a lot of them this week, and I'll show you a room. And, okay, let me unplug. And it seems like it's buffering. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let me show you. So here, you can see we still have are not working on the kitchen, dining room, and living room electric yet. But here is the dining room. We walk across. Here's the hallway. Okay, and I'll pick the other angle to see if you can see it better. But the floors are in fantastic condition. I was holding my breath, nervous, because that can be the most expensive part of a renovation. And they are painted, and I'm just going to keep them that way because when you're dealing with a historic home, when you're buying antiques, anything that you don't have to deal with, you don't have to clean, is a total win, and you grasp it and are grateful for it. So upstairs, I was losing reception before on my phone. I don't know if I will on the laptop. So let me try it really quick, but the floors look the same. So I'll go up there. If it buffers for a minute, we'll be back. We need to take parts off the stairs. Okay. Holly says that she can't hear me. So I'm going to go back. Okay. Can you hear me now? Connor said I can't go into other parts of the house when the camera is away from my face. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'll show you the floors like that. I'm not going to go upstairs because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose everybody. But they're the same. They're the same red painted floors in stunning condition. I'm very excited because that means that they just have to be swept and mopped and they're ready to live on. No refinishing necessary. Okay. Mom said show us the floors again. Let me see. Can you see that, guys? Tell me if you can see that. Sorry, that's not an angle. Okay. What wood is that under the paint? That's a really great question. Connor might know. Hey, Connor. Hey, babe. Can you come here for a minute? He might. Sorry, guys. I will be posting a video this week. Hey, do we know what kind of wood the floors are? Okay. We're not sure. Okay, I love you.
No, I wish I knew more about what I know.
Okay, they didn't say it. Okay, so we're not sure what kind of wood, but I'm sure we could ask our contractor this week. That's a good question to ask him. Our main beams were white oak, and like the supporting joists are poplar. So I'm not sure what the actual floors are. Sorry guys, if you guys couldn't see the floors very well. Let me try one more time over here. Sorry, it's gonna buffer anytime I unplug. Okay, now you're going through our hot mess of a sleeping room, which is the living room. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see that? You kind of see it? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Just need a closer shot. Okay. Let's see what I can do. The lighting is really not. Okay. I think that's about as good as I can do. But I do have good video. And actually, before this live, I was working on some editing. I just got new editing software, so I'm getting to know it. So I can do a better job getting videos out faster. We were using some free software and it was, so, okay, good. I'm glad that was a better shot. As for what the contractor is working on this week, it's electric. Oh, I wanted Connor to get a floor outlet for you guys to see. Let me see if he'll do that. Hey, Connor. Can you guys get the floor outlet cover?
What?
Can you guys get the floor outlet cover for me to show them? Can you help Daddy go get the floor outlet cover so you can show them? Okay, I'll show you guys the floor outlet covers that we're putting in. Let me get a sip. Yeah, so he is working on electric and will be for the next, why is Connor being so shy? Because I asked him to please keep in the other room because Felicity, my daughter, will make this whole thing about herself if she's here. So I am planning on doing a video with Connor in the next couple weeks. So that'll be fun. He's got a really interesting, fun perspective to bring to it. So contractors working on electrical. So what that's meant for us is my part-time job has been figuring out what light switches we want, what switch plates, what outlet covers, that kind of thing, which I did not realize was such an intense job, but it's extremely intense. It was fun, but there was a lot that was not fun about it. You want to hold it up? So, sorry, the light is horrible here, babe. Okay, guys, sorry. Oh my gosh, can you close that? It's a team effort getting this video out today. So he's gonna close these curtains, see if, oh, that helps so much, but I'm still like ballooned. So again, you'll see better versions of this in the videos that I post. Does that help? No. I know, Felicity is fun. You're gonna do that one too? Thank you. Okay, it's getting better. It's getting a little better, guys. Yeah, so these are the outlet covers, which I'm so excited about. Growing up, when I saw we'd go to, I don't know, aunts and uncles' houses or whatever, and they had them, I thought they were so classy and cool. So I'm so excited to have them. So much better. Thank you. You want to say hi? You have a lot of family watching here. Yeah. Are you going to go play trains with Dad? Okay, I love you. So these are brass, and let me see. Debbie said, I love seeing Felicity. Deborah, you'll have to pound on the outlet covers to give them some personality. Yeah, I figure over the next, I've got Felicity now, and I want like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 more babies. So they'll do the job at making these look weathered. One thing we are going to do with our switch plate covers, which are unlacquered brass, is we're going to put them in like a citric acid solution, which will give them a really cool patina. We're also going to be doing, I'll tell her after that you said hi, Nana. So it'll give them a cool patina. We are going to be doing the old push button switches. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It took me a long time. As a designer, I'm very, 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 very picky about what's going into this house. And on top of that, I feel a lot of responsibility to the history of the home. And so I don't want to just throw anything in there, but also there is a budget to consider. And so I decided that I would continue thrifting my my chandeliers and such, so I could spend my money on these switch plates and the push buttons and these outlet covers. This said those are pretty. They are so pretty. They're so pretty. We're also just trying to choose things that will have staying power, that we don't have to replace. And so we're trying to stick with really high quality and like lower the food budget if we have to get a higher quality plate or whatever, you know? Debbie said, how many outlet covers throughout the house? Oh my gosh, so many, Debbie. So many. For comparison, what we're needing to spend on simply floor outlet covers is about 2.5 months worth of our food budget. So a lot. Honestly, I can't remember the number. I'll have to say that when I do a video on all the electric things, I'll have to say how many. I am showing you kind of my spreadsheet and how I was able to keep up with all the math. But yeah, that financially, that's a pretty good estimate that we're looking at about 2.5 months worth of food. But like I said, we've been deciding, of course, like anybody does, we're not made of money. We have to decide where we're going to spend our money. And to me, you can't really get these used, but I can get really cool chandeliers used. For example, I was at an antique salvage store in Cincinnati 2 weekends ago, and I got a really awesome bronze chandelier for $7. And then one of my antiquing friends is just too nice to me, and she gave me 1 or 2 chandeliers for free, as well as an electric sconce for free. So that's how we're offsetting the cost. Let me look at my notes because I was going to tell you a couple other things. Oh, I was going to say, if you're really enjoying these chats, if you'd like to talk to me face to face on Zoom and have question and answer or just chat time, you can head over to my Patreon page, and Holly will send a link for that. And for $5 a month, then you can get a physical newsletter. So I'll print it on antique looking paper and just make it look all sorts of cool. And you will also get entry into a private group where you get to have a private group Zoom with me so we can talk face to face. So Holly will send that link. But let me see. Okay, some things that happened this week that were just fun, personal within the family is we planted some wild daffodils. So there are wild daffodils along the road here. And I also got some from a friend that just didn't need them in this certain section, so she dug them up, and so we took them and we planted them in what will be our future potager garden. And it just feels really nice, even though we can't afford to do our huge garden this year. The focus is on the house. We can at least do a few little wild daffodils. So Alea said, are you going to be putting up artwork? And if so, what is your design aesthetic you had in mind? Yes. We are doing a lot of artwork. I've been collecting it over a couple years, actually. The design aesthetic is going to be relatively eclectic with a heavy leaning on old world design. I like really classic styles, your classic older styles of art. Like I found a gorgeous painting at a furniture consignment store in Columbus, and it's a really big painting. I don't have it here, otherwise I'd show you. They're still at my mother-in-law's, but it's a mother, or at least a teacher with quite a few children around her, and that's going to go in our homeschool room. And I love nature. I would love to get some of Jonna Jinton's artwork and put that in the house. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. If you haven't, after you get off this live, search in YouTube Jonna space Jinton, Jonna Jinton. She lives in Sweden and she does incredible videos, and she's an artist and does absolutely stunning work. So yeah, I would say as far as aesthetics, I lean towards aged patinaed metals in the warm colors. So I love copper, I love brass. Let me see. Oh, it looks like Connor moved that light. That's okay. Anything I can get old, I do. So let me show you this. We had an easel that was just one of those Crayola primary color ones, which is great. I got it at a garage sale, but it's not my aesthetic. But I paid $5 for that and it worked for about a year. But then one of my friends that helps me source antiques just found this for $15, and it's old and it's gorgeous and the wood is just beautiful. And so we're donating the other one, and this is going to be here to stay. So yeah, old is my aesthetic. Okay, guys, it is 3:32. So because of the technical snafu before, I'll stay on here for about another 8 minutes. Alea said, gotta love a deal. That's awesome. Debbie said, love the chalkboard. Hi, Rose. Hey. Let me see if I can try to find some other pieces that I can show you that displays our style. We really love natural elements. Love plants. I get plants wherever I can put them. They're a really cheap air purifier and they just breathe life into a space. So you've seen some of them and you'll probably see more in other videos. So, okay, the name of the artist. Okay, here's the name of the artist, Jonna Jinton. Watch her videos. So inspiring, incredible. She lives in the north of Sweden. Just really cool. Old mirrors. Yes, I did find old mirrors actually in our attic. So we're going to be using some of those. Connor, okay, sorry, rewind. There's an older home, not older than ours, but an older home a couple blocks away that was being sold. And the people who lived in it had passed away. So they were just getting rid of most of the stuff. So they had a huge dumpster full of really cool pieces. So Connor went dumpster diving. So I'll show you one of the chairs we got, guys. This is why when people are like, oh, you just must have so much money. No, but we decide where to spend it. Let me show you. Okay. Other people might think this is ugly. I think it's the cutest little chair. Look at this, guys. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. It's green, and it's really short, so it's perfect for reading with Felicity, and it's perfect with how short my legs are. I can actually touch the ground while I'm reading to her. So here's a few cool pieces. Debbie, are any of the previous owners alive and aware of what you're doing with the house? Yes, actually, they are. One of them's on the chat. So, yes, the woman who lived here for about 50 years was single for much of that time and didn't have kiddos living here for a lot of that time. So she has passed away, and the home went to her surviving daughter-in-law, and that's who we bought the home from. And we have a great relationship with her. And to protect her privacy, I won't talk too much about it, but yeah, we have a great relationship. She's very supportive of what we're doing, and we stay in close contact. And I love having her as a resource to talk about the lives that were lived in this house and the love that was had here, that kind of thing. So yeah, show Felicity's desk and chair. Oh yeah. Oh, it got moved. It was in here. Let me see if it's in the other room. I'm gonna have to unplug my computer. It buffers for a second. So let me unplug it. It'll buffer, then I'll be back. Okay, we should be good now. Here's more of what our aesthetic is. I told Connor I need to do a thrifting and antiquing roundup video like every month so you guys can see what I'm sourcing for the home. Oh my gosh, it was, I got that, I think for $10 or free. That's the issue with this friend that sources antiques. She tells me about something and then she just gives it to me. So I just have to Venmo her random amounts of money and tell her to keep it. So, okay, while we're rounding up this video, I would actually love to stay on for longer, but we made some friends, guys. We made some friends that we have the husband and wife that are around our age and they have kids around Felicity's age. We were so excited, so we invited them over for dinner. So I'm gonna head off here in a few minutes, but let me answer a couple questions, and then I had some questions for you. I'll ask you that right now. What are some videos you'd like to see? I am going to do like an antiquing, thrifting roundup, try to do that maybe once a month or so. so you can see where I'm sourcing things before you see them end up in the home. And I'm going to do a video with Connor on why in the world we would choose a house this, like a project this big, and how in the world we've been able to afford this. There are a lot of people in my comments that seem to be more worried about my finances than I am. And I wondered how in the world people would afford homes like these. And we have some really cool information on that because you do not have to be rich. And I guess rich is relative, but yeah, so send me any on there. Holly, could you do me a favor and take note of video requests that people have and then send that to me after? Okay, we had some questions. Rose said the chair style is perfect for that home. It is. It works so well. Deborah said, what is the story behind her desk chair? I don't know so much who had it. I know it was in an older gentleman's home, and my friend that helps me source antiques, which actually, let me send you, if you've got Instagram, then you can look her up. Okay, I do not have my phone with me. I think it's something like Victoria Saves Vintage. I think I'll put it in, no, Victoria Rescues Vintage. I will put this. She has a website. She also has an Instagram. I will link it in the description once this video is posted like a normal video. So you can look her up because she does sell some things online. If you're local to the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area, she can deliver. And if you're in Columbus, then as I go up to visit, then I could bring stuff to you too, possibly. But so she found it. She is helping us source so many of the things. So much gratitude goes to her. And she found this little desk. She knows that we're homeschooling, and so she keeps her eye out for things like the easel and the desk. And then really sweet, there's a little ink well, which we do want to teach Felicity how to write with ink and teach myself. But when Felicity saw it, she immediately filled it with little flowers. So very sweet. Wendy said beautiful. Thank you. Kristen, hi grandma. You are your grandmother's granddaughter. I love old characters. Yeah, you helped teach me the value of history for sure. Historian's heart. Deborah, show us your mantle where you have the plants set up. Okay, I'll turn it around. You can see one of them. They're not set up wonderfully right now. They're just there. We have to block the light there. I have more plants. Okay. Holly, can you put that as a note for a future video? A plant tour. That would be better because the light is streaming in, and so I can't really show you, but we actually have seeds starting right now for tomato plants and stuff. So those are in the window too. Rose said you all are perfect for the home. Oh, thank you, Rose. This home, when we saw it, I just immediately saw a vision of my daughter coming down the stairs in Christmas pajamas for Christmas. And anything really important and significant in my life, if I can visualize it with that much clarity, then it ends up being the right thing for us. If I can't, then it usually, I don't know that it's ever been the right thing if I can't visualize it. So being married to Connor, getting this house, having Felicity, that kind of thing. Debbie, in a video, I'd love you to show us around the area. Oh, yes. Okay, so I will show you a little bit. The video I'm working on editing, hopefully tonight after our guests leave, which I'll hop off here in 5 minutes, guys. I got to give myself an end time or I'll just keep chatting. Anybody who knows me knows that I'll stay here until 3 a.m. Yes, I am showing some of the area. I have to balance respecting the houses around us, but also I want you guys to see this gorgeous area. We're nestled in the hills. So you will see some of that in the move-in video, which will be our next video. Deborah said a video of the basement progress. Yes. Wendy, any life history about any of the rooms, land area? So that will be a much future video. I've talked to the local historical society and I went in there and did as much as I could with a 4-year-old in tow, but there's some deeper diving that I need to do. And that's going to require me to have a day where I am completely sans 4-year-old and I can just get into historian mode. And while we're in the heavy renovation stage, that's just not when we can do it. So it will probably be, I would guess, fall or winter time when the demands of restoring the home go down a little bit, but definitely in future. Deborah said, put your antiquing friends info up in the chat. Yep, now it's there. A tour of the village. Yeah, I need to show you guys the village. It needs some life breathed into it. There is a house for sale, guys. There is a home for sale a couple blocks away from us. It's got a beautiful big size backyard. It's a 1970s home, so it's not super antique, but if you're looking for a home. It's not a bad price too. Deborah said, video of the property, woods, walk to the river where your garden is going. Yeah, I do need to show the property. I think that would be a great spring video as things start to come through, or maybe even now, because you can see a lot more into the woods now that the trees have died back a little. Yes, Deborah said, I love the picture of the house on the mantle. So there's a story behind that picture. The woman who sold us the home gave that to us. I'm going to get emotional. She gave that to us on signing day. And it was just such a tender gift. So I love it. I love it very much. Video of building the garden. Yes. And Holly's awesome. She's got all the suggestions recorded. Nana said maybe 4-year-old needs to come stay with Nana for a week. Actually, that sounds like a great idea. I could knock out a lot of projects in a week. Okay, guys, I've got to head off of here. I made a bolognese sauce and I made a huge batch, and luckily I hear it's like chili. It just gets better as it sits in the fridge for a couple days. And so I'm feeding my guests leftovers, but they taste even better than I had some reheated, and it truly does taste better. So I'm going to reheat this huge thing of bolognese, and then we are going to put it on some tagliatelle, and probably I'm butchering that. And we have sourdough in the oven. I really hope my husband threw it in. So I'm going to check right now, and we'll have sourdough and meet these new friends. So thank you for coming. My plan is to do this weekly. We were not able to do it last week. Felicity was super sick, and then Connor got crazy sick, and I was just trying to survive and also not get sick. So I will try to do these weekly, Sunday around 3 o'clock, but life will happen. But I'll go ahead and post when I'll try to give about 2 days notice. Sorry, I didn't do that this time. But if you hop on the channel around this time or check Saturday night, Sunday morning, you should see a post that says if I'm going to be live. Rose said, love it. Blessings on all your adventures. Thank you so much. And Debbie said, love this chat. Yeah. So if you really like this chat and I'm not saying this specifically to you, but again, if any of you really enjoyed this chat and you'd like to talk with me live face-to-face on Zoom, you can scroll up. Holly, can you send another Patreon link? or you can just click the link right here to my Patreon page, and for $5 a month, then we can have those live Zoom chats, as well as a physical newsletter. If you want to do $2 more and do $7 a month, then you can actually get entered into a drawing to stay in our wine cellar Airbnb when it is finished. So yeah, thank you guys. This was wonderful. Thanks for recording all this stuff, Holly, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.